introduction to this story. Clear? And the story is, the name of the story is Going Places by A.R. Barton. As it is a part of your class 12 English syllabus, clear? Naturally, this story is very important. When you start reading a story, maybe poem, play, or you know any story or on any from your English literature book, especially if you are a CBSE student, central board, you count yourself lucky because every story, be it poem or story, given in your English literature book is to teach you things that are very important, that are going to do you good in the long run. And today's story by Going Places by A.R. Barton is going to teach us something which will help us to build our character, to build our future. And this story, believe it or not, is going to help us understand what is life, what we should do as a human being, what is the duty and responsibility of each and every individual or human being. If you live in a society, what is society? Can you tell me? A place where many families, right, live. And the society is an unit of a state. In a particular town, there are many communities, and their societies can be based on their different, we can call it English society, Bengali society, Marwari society. It means the people consisting of those people who speak in that particular language and follow a particular customs, be it religious or like any community, isn't it? So this story is going to help us to understand what is a society, and it will also educate us about the poor and the rich that live in the society, and the division and the pains and unhappiness that we experience depending on our comforts, our position, the financial status of the families that we belong to. Like those who live in rich families are better off. Their way of thinking will be different from those who live in the poor families, poverty stricken ones. Because when you don't have any problem, the way you present yourself, the way you live your life will be different from those who live in the poor families. Your life will be completely different from them. Why? It is because of our need. It is because of our poverty. It is because of our scarcity. We live, the kind of life that we lead is based on the kind of thing that we have in our life. Our way of thinking, the way you think, depends completely on the prosperity, on the presence of the thing that you need. There are many children that grow up without basic needs. When they see, children understand better even than the elders. They understand, they can see everything very clearly as compared to those elders. They can understand, their positions of their family, the situation they're in, and everything. But they try to adjust. They adjust to the situations they're in. They will not cry. I don't know whether you have seen babies in the poor family. You see, I don't know whether you have seen them playing on the platform or not. There are some gypsies, they are found. Can you see me? Hello.
Yes.
There are some gypsies that live on the platforms, and you see their children are found playing on the platform. They are very happy. They understand their difference from those babies who come from the well-to-do families, from those families which give their children almost everything. They have already learned to accept their situation, their position in the society. The way they live is different from those who live in the well-to-do families. So, it is very clear to us that the children living in the poor families understand everything, understand the financial position, financial condition of their families, and they understand very well who their parents are, how they are living. They understand the type of lives that they have to live. This is why in the day in England, what happened? We have already come to know, history told us that England was a country which saw the first industrial revolution. And in England, as I already told you, that England is divided into four parts: England, Scotland, Northern Ireland, and Wales. What happened due to industrialization, due to gold mines in that particular country, most of the people started working in the factories. And in the story Going Places by Air Barton is depicting or describing the position, the situation. Barton wants us to have a look at a family of factory worker. And the factory worker that we want to know about is the father of the main character, a little girl, Sophie. Sophie's father is a factory worker. As your father is a central government officer, so you don't know the situation, the status, the position, the condition of those families where the father is a factory worker. It is their father who shoulders the responsibility of running the family. And to a father who works in a factory to run his family, that father is workaholic. He knows nothing apart from work. And the man who gives, like, the children their lives, it means the children to them are also gifts. They thank God for giving them children. But at the same time, even those factory worker fathers feel sad. As a human being, we feel sad. The reason behind the sadness of those factory workers' fathers are they spend the whole day working in the factory. When they return, only purpose of their life is to go to the factory, work, and come back to see the family happy. This is the only purpose of their life. And if they have some pastime, what do? It is like all the fathers, every father, every person, they have a different choices, tastes. And here, father of Sophie is a factory worker, and this fellow, you know, loves football. His favorite footballer is Danny Casey, described in the story. He loves to watch or see the football matches in which Danny Casey was found playing. This is how he spent his day. This is one picture. Another picture is the sad family that he runs has some members in it, especially his son, his daughter. When you live in a society that gives you a chance to look at the lives of those who are happy or happier, a society consists of people who are rich and the people who are poor. And the children in the poor families feel sad when they see the children of the rich families. When they see the rich get whatever they want. When the children of the poor family see the children of the rich family having almost everything necessary for life, when they get whatever they want from their parents, they feel sad. The children in the poor families feel sad. They understand very well that their parents cannot afford them. When the children from the poor families see the children from the rich families happier than them, when they see them happier because of how they live, how they spend their life, and the colleges, universities, school they read in, they make them feel sad. After all, they are also human beings, right or not? Like them, they have similar dreams. But the poor children have got similar dreams, whereas the dreams of the children of the rich families see their dreams being fulfilled. And they live in the world of reality. To them, life is full of happiness. Whatever they want, they can get. And even going to the good colleges, universities, schools, they can make their dream come true. And it happens with the, what is possible for the rich is impossible for the poor. So, what will happen to those who live in the poor families? Can you tell me? The children living in the poor families, what will happen to them? Will they die because they are not getting all these things? Like I have told you, you have seen children of the gypsies playing on the platform, but they are happy. Why? Because their happiness are their parents in their lives. Because our parents are the sources of our happiness. And they thank their parents for at least bringing them to this beautiful world, giving them a chance to live in the world, for gifting them a life. Whereas the children of the rich family, they do not feel for their parents like the children in the poor families do. The children in the poor families see their parents as God and goddesses. Sometimes they feel bad because their parents cannot give them all that they want, like they see the rich families giving their children almost everything they want. They feel bad. But do you think those the children of the poor families will die only because of the fact that they are not getting what they want? Do you want them to die? Do they die? Hello, do they die? They don't die. Why? Simply because life is a gift of God. God is almighty and merciful. God is merciful. Why? God doesn't want her children. We who live in this world are children of God. Maybe there is one philosopher, his name is Krishnamurti. Krishnamurti once said, yes, God is the creation of our thought. We have created God with our thought and we worship them. And as long as the priests in the temples see some donations, some subscriptions, they make the people believe in them. The moment the people stop giving donations or subscriptions or dakshinas, even the Brahmins or worshippers worshipping those gods will disappear from temple. So these people, these worshippers strengthen our belief in God. And we have created God with our thoughts. But I don't believe it, because God is the source of our happiness, source of our peace, source of our mental peace, source of our existence. There are thousands of people who are alive, who are happy, who have peace of mind only because of their faith in the existence of God. It is our faith, our belief, and that keeps us feel secure in this world of unhappiness, turmoil, frustration. Now the story revolves, and the character that you see in the poor families grow up. They also grow up. Nothing can stop them from growing up. But the only thing, they also get almost everything. The children of the poor families get almost everything. Now you must ask me, sir, how can they get? Because you don't believe. How can the children in the rich families, they get, well, if they ask for a bike, scooter, scooty, whatever they want, their parents are going to give them. But how do the children growing up in the poor families get almost everything? Yes. They get almost everything, and it is their imagination that help them to get. They become rich. Being rich through imagination. They imagine becoming rich. It is their imagination that help them get almost everything. The things that they enjoy touching, the things the rich, the children in the poor families feel. The presence of all those things in their life, as long as they imagine having them. They imagine having them, and the people, the rich in the society, they have the real feeling of those things in their life. And whereas the children in the poor family imagine having everything that the rich have in reality. This is how The world has kept both the rich and the poor happy. This is why both the rich and the poor exist in the society. Otherwise, there would have been fight between the rich and the poor, and the humanity would have disappeared from the face of the earth.
Hmm.
God has gifted the rich the reality, and God has gifted the imagination to the poor. And to make the poor feel safe and secure in the world of imagination. And at the same time, those who live in the poor families, especially children, God also told them it is good to imagine a good life. It is good to imagine a, the presence of almost everything in your life. But to translate your dream into reality, you need hard work. And to be able to enjoy the real presence of those things that the rich in the society enjoy, you need hard work. Hard work can give you the chance to translate your imagination into reality. Your imagination is good to imagine having almost everything, but imagine with hard work. With imagination without hard work cannot get you anything. Why is it important to imagine having everything with at the same time you need to do hard work? Because as long as we live in this world, we have got the gift of imagination. We will always imagine. Before anything is created in this world, before even this world that we live in, is this world is hello, this world of reality that we live in is a creation of our imagination. The world, the modern world that we live in, the aeroplane that we fly, the metros that we travel by, the buses that ply on the road, the trains that take us to different parts of the world, the aeroplanes that we fly to reach different parts of the world, even the spaceships that reach the space are products, are things of our imagination. Before the creation of reality, it was our imagination that actually existed. This, the behind the existence of these things of the real world, there was imagination. We live in the world of our imagination, and that is why we see the world of reality. So, the world of reality is a creation of the world of imagination. It is necessary. So, the real world is as important as the world of imagination. And the story teaches us that don't kill your time in the world of imagination, because that the world that we live in is a world of reality. The world of imagination is good, but when you come to the real world, when you feel hungry, when your stomach is empty, you come back to the world of reality. It is good to dwell, it is good to live in the world of imagination, but you cannot spend your life living in the world of your imagination. Why? Every time you feel hungry, your hunger reminds you of your presence in the world of reality. When your hunger reminds you of your presence in the world of reality, all you need to do is work for existence. This is a very good thing. The main character in the story, Sophie, kills almost all her time in the world of imagination. She says that she met Danny Casey, a famous footballer. On one occasion, she met him near in a boutique, and the second is near a canal. His brother Jeff did not believe her because, according to Jeff, her sister Sophie is a dreamer. She loves dreaming. But Jeff lives in the world of reality. Unlike her sister, he is a mechanic, apprentice, and he knows what it means to earn livelihood, what it means to earn money. Understood? So, without hard work, you cannot live. You cannot be happy. Happiness is earned. Reality is earned. Real happiness is earned. And how is it earned? Through hard work. The story teaches us that she should first look at her father and her mother. What her mother is doing inside their house is only for their happiness. And who makes this happiness possible? It is the hard work of her mother inside her family. A mother doesn't want to get paid for the hard work that she does for her family. Number one, our mothers work hard to see all the members in the family happy. And our fathers, they also work. But they don't work inside house. They also work sometimes. They sometimes help in the family chores. But they go to places of their work. For the father of Sophie, factory was his place of work. He used to go. But the man who is running the family is also broken. Because he knows very well the society influences our thoughts, our imaginations. Our society makes us feel sad because we see the difference between rich and poor. We see what is happiness and what is sadness. Society is a mirror. It gives us the chance to see the difference between rich and poor. Society shows us the life of the rich people, their prosperity, their life of glamour. At the same time, poverty-stricken families, their lives, their plight. I'm sure sometimes if you read the stories in your book, you must not. Sometimes you just feel sad. Sometimes you understand, you think that if I read the story, I can understand. No. Anything you read, you need to feel it before you read it. Understood? Without feeling the story that you read, you cannot at all understand. Do I take time to make you understand? There is mention of another character, Jency. Do you know? Sophie went to the extent of thinking of leaving the job in the biscuit factory. You know, Sophie? Jancy and Sophie, they go to a biscuit factory. They work there because they belong to poor families, families of the factory worker. And she went to the extent of leaving her job. Do you know why? In the biscuit factory? Because she had a lot of time to waste in the world of imagination. She imagines meeting Danny Casey. Understood? So she loves her world of imagination. She loves her world of imagination more than the world of reality that she lives in. When she is going to school, coming back, she's telling her friend, I have done it. I have, met Danny Casey in a boutique and, and near canal. But reality is she did not meet. She imagines being the owner of a boutique. But is it possible to be the owner of a boutique without hard work? So the story teaches us that it is good to dream becoming rich. But if you dream becoming rich, if you imagine becoming rich, if you dream of being rich without hard work, you are just killing the most valuable time of your life. As we live in the world of reality, we must not kill our time in the world of imagination, in the world of dreams. That is why the story teaches us that you work hard. If you want to see your dream come true, you work hard. You can be the happiest person on earth the moment you start working hard. And without working hard, we cannot make our dreams come true. It is necessary to dream. It is necessary to imagine a good life, good existence. Imagine having almost everything the rich in the society have if you are from a poor family. I hope that you have understood the story. If you think that the story that I have told you benefited you, you give me at least one like. Bye. একটা লোক ছিল
হ্যাঁ অনেকগুলো এসছে